He's got the best amount of maximums per match. And he's also got the best performance. So he's bossing most of the metrics. That's why he's favourite.
Yeah, and also visits like that is why he's favourite. Down to 48 in 12, but Sublime 177 to set that up.
$140. Andreas, you require
Doesn't really matter
48.
where he's been on the doubles this week. He's been hitting them all. He doesn't necessarily like that lie.
Game shot on the
But it
first
really
leg,
doesn't
Andreas
matter
Harrison.
when you're playing as well as he is. Your job here is to pressurise. Harrison has only had a couple of darts at double. Oh, look, it's an unnecessary 170.
Andreas, you require 40.
That could be awkward. Now it's double 10. And he fixes the situation. That's about as much emotion as we've seen from Andreas this week. And he doesn't miss here. With a 4-1 victory, Andreas Harrison has already got possibly 4 tours into the semi-final. He will just need an amount of legs to guarantee a spot in the final 4 when he plays John O'Shea later. But he can put his feet up for about an hour now before he plays in game number 5. As for Richard Rowlands, he's got problems when he plays John O'Shea in game 3. Pretty good on his doubles this week. Just shy of 40%. Let's see if he's good on a Saturday. Get the angle, that'll be kind. Really well done. And that'll settle him down immediately. Big chance. 50% on doubles. He's got 2 darts in his hand. So based on stats, this goes.
Yeah, and goes it does. It's another break and it's 3-0 to Ross Montgomery. He's now throwing for the match.
This is for his first win on Saturday in Portsmouth. And he gets it by 4 legs to 0. John Henderson will leave the stage abruptly, and he will be hoping that Ross Montgomery does him a favour when he returns in game 4. That is a shock, because the second favourite for the title tonight has lost to 0. It's very, very consistent there from Montgomery, with 50% on the doubles from staying in the same position. Oh no. John O'Shea was not hesitant at all getting to the oche. He thought he was going to hit it immediately, but it was the worst case scenario.
Yeah, but scratch of the head there from O'Shea. It offers up this other opportunity, and this time Rowlands does take it. I think there are players that do struggle to find their rhythm against a slower placed player.
Double 18. The choice was 18 and double. And it's a very good one as well. His best leg of the night. Consequently, before the end of the year, we may play some Sundays. That is a wonderful dart. And it is to draw level. The face on Rowlands there when that 60 went in. He looked like he'd seen a ghost.
54 you bust. 40. 10 is the safer option. And the right option is John O'Shea takes us to 3 apiece.
This is a 1-leg shootout to be in the semis. Time will tell, but he's done his job and he's beaten the Joker. And we know what has to happen now. John O'Shea, when he returns to the oche in game number 5, he's going to have to beat the favourite for the title tonight to be in the final 4. It was a very good game. The averages came down in the last leg.
Absolute uber competitiveness of the groups this week. That's Ross Montgomery eyes up that leg that he needs. No problems there. 14 dart, hold a throw. But there you see it. Ross Montgomery has qualified for the semi-finals. Yeah, that was almost magnificent from the boss. But it's Robinson with the chance to level up the match.
Plenty of room to the left with the angle. Has to go to his original position.
Game shot on
Finds
the
a central
leg.
double eight there, and he's starting to have some fun now.
Game shot
It is 2-2, and this group is going to be as complicated as it gets. Him dodging Andreas Harrison. If that's the case, I'm not really sure how the night could have gone better in the first 75%.
No, I agree, and I'm loving this with Ross Montgomery. He's so far back, but doesn't give up.
180.
4 maximums in this game. Sneaky good, and it goes the distance. A huge uphill battle in a couple of games' time. And he's won the last leg. So Ross Montgomery is through, and I think that was a bit of a wet lettuce handshake. I'm not sure these two are simpatico when it comes to playing on the stage, if I may be brutally honest. But that man has done a job, and he's got 2 points out of the boss. 88.49 the average, and 4 out of 9 on the doubles. Montgomery did his job. We will see him in the semis. That really was close.
And is that a huge opportunity gone begging? Harrison, he's 36 and finds 36.
Andreas Harrison.
I hasten to say that he can't miss this.
17.
That double 8 bed tonight has not been that kind to him. Double top for Harrison.
Game shot
and he's merciless.
Andreas Harrison. John, you require 158.
But this is slim pickings now. It's on though. And it's there.
Shot on the 4th leg, John O'Shea.
He will fight and scrape and claw as long as he can.
John, you require 60.
To stay alive. He's very much alive. 2 legs in a row for the Joker. He might need the bull. And does. Oh, John O'Shea. Reaching deep. He's still alive, but how alive will he be in the next 3 minutes?
42.
Is it going to be another chance?
96.
Or is it going to be heartbreak for the Joker?
Game shot.
It's heartbreak for the Joker. He did everything he could, but he only came up 1 shot short. And Richard Eric Rowlands, who only just found his way through Group C because of Lee Cox not being able to find the wins that he needed, he found his way to Saturday night, and now he's in the semi-finals with the group winner, Dirty Harrison. This is what we've just seen. Harrison with a 91 average. This up to one of those days. Double top.
Game shot
and Rhys Robinson will take his spot into the semi-finals. Rhys now might have something else on his mind. Winning the group.
100.
If he does win the group, he will dodge Harrison in the semis. And he would play Richard Eric Rowlands in the second semi with the throw.
42. John, you require 81.
But he can't afford to win this match 4-3 for that to happen.
Game shot.
Maybe a little bit too late here for John. And as soon as the pressure is off, he finds a 12-darter.
John, you require 76.
To take the lead. Double top. John Henderson might have the final say. But to fall short. Double top. And that's the final dart that John Henderson will throw here this week. He's eliminated. But Rhys Robinson, who is through, has now got a very big problem in the semi-finals. He must take on Andreas Harrison. And in semi-final 2, it's going to be Ross Montgomery up against Richard Eric Rowlands. What do you think of tonight? It's been up and down, hasn't it? To inspire himself in the final 4.
Well, Murph and I were just kind of talking about that.
75.
And I just think there is a time and a place. And I get it. It's how you play. But maybe the wrong decision, and proven to be the wrong decision as Andreas breaks the throw. Thoughts?
There are plenty.
Third leg.
But I'm with you.
To throw first.
I don't think that was the right time.
Risha required 20.
Robinson maybe getting away with it in this leg.
He has gotten away with it. We have a level game. Now, tops for the lead. Doesn't look awkward.
40.
Turned out it was a little bit, and he went to the left-hand side of tops.
60.
Has Harrison just got away with one?
Game
He has.
Fifth flag, Andreas Harrison.
Do you also think that kind of big intake of breath was just a bit of an acknowledgement from Reece that was a big dart? Because if he's got any chance of winning, he needs to find a way to break, and that was a break opportunity.
He needs to find this. Double 4 for the two-time weekly champion to stay in with a chance of another.
Taking his time, geeing himself up. Can he use it as a marker? He can't. He's the wrong
60.
side.
Andreas,
does he feel
46.
resigned? Or will he be fired? Reece Robinson is fired.
Andreas Harrison.
And Andreas Harrison is unbeaten on Saturday night and fired up. And in the final, history beckons for Harrison. He will have a tilt at a 5th Saturday win and a 4th weekly win to equalise the record of Steve West. He's going to stay conventional. No double-double here. To start with a 12.
Game shot
yeah, that'll
leg,
do.
Richard Rowlands.
But so far, Richard Rowlands 2 from 2 on doubles, 100%.
If this was an American football match, which Ross Montgomery knows a lot about, he would throw the flag on the field right now and call timeout. But there are no timeouts in darts, and that is a double break for the Welshman. Is he about to play someone from Wales in that final? The bullseye will tell us the story.
58.
He thought that was good.
Rossi
it just dips at the end,
16.
and Montgomery is bulletproof for now.
Yeah, that missed by the smallest of margins, but once again, Montgomery with a chance here. Now, can he use that? Should be a good guide for him. Yeah, and he can, and it is.
Flag, Ross Montgomery.
Just holding on in there. He actually
Richard
does have 6 left.
8.
But he does not think he's going to get a look at 6. He has had chances to get back into this semi-final. Double 2. How mad is he in the house?
6.
Seriously?
Rossi requires 6.
And I was watching Ross in the background, and I think he thought every single one of them was going into the point that he pointed at that double 1. Thought it was a shoo-in.
Slight adjustment needed, but it's too much.
4. Richard, you require 2.
The nerves are shredded for both players on the stage. This is how much it means to players to make finals. They are not impervious human beings to pressure and nerves. They're both in a madhouse.
No score. Rossi requires
I'm starting
2.
to think that Ross Montgomery might be eternal. He might be a jellyfish, never mind a cat.
Game shot
And he's still very much alive. And how much damage is that leg going to inflict on the Welshman?
Richard, you require 14.
And now he's got to do it with Montgomery on tops. It's 14 points on his 14th match start, and Richard Rowlands is in the final after a very dramatic Final Four match. Ross Montgomery has done better than he's ever done here in Portsmouth, and realistically, he knows he lost to the better player. He probably shouldn't have had 2 legs in that semi-final, but tonight's final is going to be the defending champion, Andreas Harrison. Richard is expected to hold in the first leg of the final. He'll take that. And this is what we were talking about with Chris Murphy. That right there.
First leg, Richard Rowlands.
A really good finish at the start. Double 16 to consolidate the start. He's not missing doubles at all now. Oh, how things can change. Somebody has clicked into gear. That 13 darter is a statement of intent. Women's Week. Last leg decider. Rhian O'Sullivan. The week before that, Harrison. 4-3 against Crabtree. These guys want to buck that trend. We are guaranteed another nation into Champions Week, but will it be Wales or Sweden? Wonderful. He enjoyed every single second of that.
Yeah, you get the feeling that Rowlands is really starting to believe.
And why not? We haven't had a missed starter double in this final. That was not a good visit from Andreas. Double 16 again. He's just not missing all of a sudden.
Andreas, you require 40.
To palm him off.
Game shot on the 5th
We've
leg.
got at least a 6th
Harrison.
leg. And to be in Champions Week.
Yep, finds the single number.
Game
And this
shot.
time does
Another
find the
Super
double.
Series Week
And
3
it's Richard
champion,
Rowlands. He
Richard
defies
Rowlands.
the Super Swede. He denies him a fifth winning week here. What an absolute epic run there from Richard Rowlands. Beats the favourite, was a rank outsider according to the odds compilers, but did everything, dug in deep and pulled out one of the best performances to lift that trophy. The win will see him join the likes of Jim Long and Tom Sykes in Champions Week.
Your winner of Week 3 in Series 8 from Wales, Richard Eric Rowlands.